I don't have a lot of injury updates. I know Jonathan Hankins is still being looked at with a back injury of some kind. I don't have any official update at this point. It's a tough loss for us yesterday, but I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can.
John, you mentioned the offensive line being still a work in progress. Is there any word on Richie when he might be able to come back and if he's going to be able to provide any help anytime soon?
He's getting better. That's the good news for fans out there of the Raiders. He's getting better. I think to be realistic, it'll probably be the game right after the bye. I think that's the game that we'll target, and hopefully that's the case.
John, I know you've issued apologies already, but whether it's through conversations that you've had with others or your own reflection, what have you kind of learned just from the reaction to the email and just seeing how words can affect others?
Yeah, I've learned a lot, and again, I'm not going to rehash the event again. I think I feel very good about the things I have learned. I also feel really good about what I stand for, as I said yesterday, and I'll be happy to talk about football, but I'll just leave it at that.
John, you want to be a power running team, and I'm curious, with the youth and all of the injuries, does this Raider team as it is right now have that ability?
Well, right now we're finding our identity, and we haven't found it yet. We've had some spurts where we've been pretty good running the ball. We've had some instances where we haven't. It's been inconsistent. I do know this, our hand placement has to be corrected. Our pad level can continue to improve. Our combinations up front, we got to get better. But we're dealing with a lot of new players on a short week, and hopefully on the practice field we can make some real advances there. But it's got to get better. We got a long way to go.
As much as people are talking about the offensive line, is it overstated that one person like Incognito could make that big of a difference, whether with his veteran leadership or just that he's a really good player?
Well, he's not only a really good player, he's a great leader, a great communicator. He's seen stunts and twists. A lot of these guys are really getting their baptism in the National Football League. And Alex Leatherwood got a real baptism yesterday on short notice. So it's going to be painful at times. We got to play better. We will play better. But Richie's one of the premier guards in football. And not only that, he's a guy that was selected captain. Our guys look up to him. And he brings a sense of grit and toughness that every team likes. So hopefully we'll get him back soon. And in the meantime, it'll be a great opportunity for Simpson, a great opportunity for Leatherwood to continue to improve their skills.
After watching the film last night, do you think Leatherwood stays at guard, or you might move him back to tackle? What do you
I think so. I think we're going to stay status quo. And, it wasn't all bad yesterday. We had some opportunities to make plays. We had a touchdown call back. We had a big opportunity down the field. We didn't come up with the play. Bears are a pretty good, formidable front. But we're going to stay status quo, I believe, this week and see if we can continue to get some continuity going.
John, what went into that decision to move Alex from right tackle to put him inside?
Simply to get the best 5 guys that we feel are ready on the field. Illuminor did some good things for us, but he just got here. And he played a lot of right tackle last year for the Patriots. So Parker is probably our most experienced lineman, he and Colton Miller. But to get him out there on that right side with Colton gives us 2 guys that have started a lot of games. And we think Leatherwood is one of the best 5 guys without a doubt on this offensive line that we have at this point. So we shuffled it up and didn't work out perfectly yesterday, but it wasn't all bad.
How did he react to the move?
Good. I'm not going to speak for him. He might not speak for himself. He doesn't say much. But he's a team guy. He just wants to win, and he wants to earn his respect. He's got everything you're looking for, and we just need to continue to support him and build our offense around him.
John, Amik's kind of got thrown into the fire, but it seems like he's responded pretty well.
He has. He has. We had a couple blitzes that we didn't communicate properly, but in the 2 games that he's played against really good receivers, he's done a lot of good things. Really proud of him. He stepped up, and we're going to need him to continue to do that as we head to Denver this week.
Coach, I know Derek Carrier was only playing about 10 to 12 snaps on offense, but watching the game last night again, it seemed like Foster had some issues in protection. Were those snaps maybe that Carrier would have had normally that Foster's asked to do more productive?
I think the one issue we had with Foster in pass protection, he's set too far inside. I think he stepped on Brandon Parker, and when you lose 2 of your protectors against Khalil Mack and the Bears, nothing good is going to happen. So I think we had a poor pass set there, but Foster's a really good protector, and he's proven it. He just has to improve his sets. And as I'm going to tell the team today, it's all about precision. You know, it's about precision. We got to be more precise in the details of what we're doing in terms of execution in all three phases.
You got an early read on Denver in terms of their front, that you're going to have to deal with their front?
Yeah, just watching them, you know, Purnell's a big nose. They got a guy named Von Miller who we missed last year in both outings because of the injury, but he can still long arm you. He's got one of the better long arms of all time. He can really extend that arm and get it in on you. He's a force. You know, Chubb is not playing, but Reed is a capable rusher on the other side, and they have an excellent secondary. I'll say that. You know, I think the two safeties, Kareem Jackson and Simmons, they can do a lot of things coverage-wise that most safeties can't. And Surtain is the real deal. And they made a good trade with the Bears to get Fuller. And Bryce Callahan knows Fangio's defense extremely well. So they'll be a handful. And we got to get ready for them.
John, is there anything specific you can address as far as the slow starts now with 5 games? Maybe some things that you are specifically conceding, not just we got to get better?
Well, we had a beautiful drive, really, with the second drive. We took it right down the field and scored a touchdown. I think we had 7 holding calls, though, on the same play. So we can't hold. We got to keep our hands inside, and we finish a beautiful drive, and maybe we have a different conversation about our starts. The third possession was a good drive. We didn't convert on 3rd and 1. We didn't convert on 4th and 1, and that goes back on us. We've got to give our players a better plan in short yardage, and we've got to be better as a short yardage rushing football team. And if we have to throw it in those situations, by God, we'll have to do that too.
Coach, do you believe it's more of a priority to get Kenyon Drake a little more involved in the offense?
No. I'd like to get everybody involved. You know, we want to get Jacobs involved right now. I think it all starts there. We got to get the running game going. And, you know, there's never enough balls to get around to everybody. We want to get Ruggs. We want to get Edwards going. We want to get Hunter Renfrow his turn, certainly. But there'll be a time and a place for Drake. And we're having Jalen Richard come back, too. He needs to get the ball here and there. So it's a good problem to have.
Do you think there's a similar mindset with you and the Broncos, having started 3-0, lost 2 in a row, kind of, you know, looking for a win to avoid going back to 3-3?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I can't speak for them. I know they're a good football team. Got a lot of respect for them. We've had some real tight football games against them over the years, at least since I've been back here. And it's a tough place to play. We both got to get on track, and I think that's obvious.
Can you update John on Marcus Mariota? He's been on IR now for three games.
You know, I think he's going to return this week, and I can't make an official announcement whether we will activate him or not. We'll probably see how that goes on the practice field Wednesday and Thursday, but he's in all the meetings. He says he feels very good. So let's see where it is on Wednesday and Thursday when he cuts it loose. But we're optimistic he has a chance to play, if not this week, next week.